is as long as our trailer on the bottom.
Is it really?
36 feet.
This is the biggest tree in the world.
In the world.
It's just cool to see these massive trees in this like just prehistoric forest. There's Lily hiding. I knew it. They're just back the whole way up. General Sherman tree, the old faithful.
That is correct.
Sequoia.
What everyone needs to see.
John Muir said, these are the biggest trees, so I'm going to call this the giant forest.
I like it.
Actually, he says, this part of the Sequoia belt seemed to me the finest, and then I named it the giant forest. That guy's awesome.
He is awesome.
Did everything.
He really did. Really was like, it's so impressive what that man did in his life.
Thank God for that guy.
No
We
kidding.
wouldn't have Yosemite.
We wouldn't have a lot of things if
Yeah.
it wasn't for John Muir.
Actually, Yosemite would probably be a reservoir.
Yeah, that's actually true. I mean, this place gets pretty packed in the summer.
Well, you saw that parking lot?
Yeah, it's huge.
There was like 5 or 6 of those parking lots.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And I guarantee there's times when like you can't find parking.
It gets like really full, so I'm shocked.
Mom,
Well, it's all the same standard advice.
Get into the
up
national
and
parks.
get into the national park. Sunrise is best. But
Always.
if you do it before 9, you're doing a lot better.
That's so true.
Every hour you can shave off. And it's just so much more pleasant.
Yeah. Less people, it gives you less stress, and you actually get to experience what you came to the park to experience.
Yeah. The tunnel tree is a perfect example. We
Absolutely.
had all the time in the world to just mess around and waste time just because
For sure.
we got here early.
That's his favorite. When he can not stress and worry and just take as much time as he wants to get photos, it's the best. Look at this. Like,
We're not even in it yet. Here we go. Okay, these people just told us that this is the actual footprint of General Sherman.
look how huge that is.
Oh my gosh.
It's massive.
Visually, that's really neat.
It's very
Here, stand in the middle of it real quick. There you are. That is huge.
It
So
does have a diameter at the base of 36 feet.
And the circumference around the bottom is 113 feet.
and that's it right there. But we're gonna get closer. We're gonna go down there.
They don't want to get skinnier at the top.
No, like,
They just
they're
end.
just so fat. All the way up. Cool.
Cool.
That tree is as long as our trailer on the bottom.
Is it really?
36 feet.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Like our whole home goes inside the bottom of the tree. That puts it into perspective.
This is the biggest tree in the world.
In the world, by weight.
By
and
weight?
size.
Oh, okay.
Weight and size. So it's not the tallest, but by weight, it's the biggest.
Okay.
How far you want me to touch?
It's amazing.
Okay, I
It's
set
just
it up.
stunning.
This is exactly why
Okay.
this is on my list of top 5 things to do in North
Yes.
America. See big trees.
There's just something very, very different about it. It makes you feel very small.
Yeah. It's
It
just
puts things in perspective in a very different way.
you feel it's very prehistoric.
Yes.
If you
And
look-
maybe it's like the
if you
whole...
liked if you liked Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
I was gonna say, it's a
you're
very
really gonna like it.
generational thing, I think, for us, because like we grew up with that, like, wouldn't it be awesome if we could be in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah. So that's a blade of grass for
Yeah.
Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Exactly.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
I don't think we're in the food chain anymore, Dorothy.
Now get moving.
So the rings show that this tree was 2,210 years old and lived through 80 fires.
What the heck?
Isn't that so awesome?
I wonder if they could still count the rings now, or if they had to do it when it was like a fresh cut.
You can still see them. There's a lot.
Oh yeah, you can still see them. Look at that.
Mature sequoias survive all but the very hottest of fires. Thick fibrous bark insulates the tree from killing heat. The bark holds very little sap or pitch, so it's not very flammable. As you can see in the slab, even if fire does penetrate the bark on occasion, it doesn't often kill the tree. Mature sequoias live quite well despite large fire scars.
That's every single one of these. Just going down.
Some guy was here like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shoot! Start over.
Yeah, I guess
1, 2.
So they took this slab off a tree that was cut down in 1950 because the park was worried that it was going to fall on rental cabins. The tree from which the slab was cut was photographed as it fell in 1950.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, this tree. See the guys at the bottom? There's a little guy right there.
Blurry guy.
Little guy.
There he is, cutting this thing down.
We're coming back this way.
Yeah, I think we come right back out
Yeah,
here.
this is the loop.
All right.
So Congress Trail is a favorite of a ton of bloggers that I read about. So we're gonna go.
Vloggers or bloggers?
Bloggers.
So we're gonna blame it on those bloggers if we don't like it. The tree is awesome. General Sherman tree is awesome, but it's just one of those places that it just collects people. So we're just gonna go find some
There's just
slightly
something
smaller
different.
trees.
Slightly. There's still really big trees out here.
Yeah.
But there's something different about walking up to something that's fenced off as opposed to just like wandering through the woods.
Look at the start of this trail. Look at how big those are.
Yeah. This is awesome.
This is gonna be a good hike. I can already feel it.
Look how huge that is. It's like as big as my head.
That's a huge cone. Get another one.
I felt this way when we were in Redwoods. I feel like I need one of those like painter's braces on my neck to walk around here.
Yeah. All the trees are so big.
You just want to like walk like this the whole time.
Just lean back into it like this, so I'm actually rolling. It's almost like being in an armchair. It takes the stress off my back and the neck, so I can roll all day long.
Oh, I want to walk
man.
through those over there. Let's go. Come on,
go.
let's go over there.
I want to get to the part where it's not paved anymore. So
I
this,
don't.
like,
I think
fence.
this is paved the whole time.
This is it's partially.
Oh, it is?
That's
Okay.
what the sign said. So
Yeah, we should have like rollerblades on or something for this.
you would rollerblade this, especially going down.
That'd be
When
so
we were
fun.
in high school, Corey lived
Yeah.
20 minutes away from our high school and rollerbladed to school one day.
Yeah, that was a good.
Didn't you get up at like some ungodly hour?
I got
to
up
get
at
to
like
school?
4:30 or something and started
Can't believe Your
rollerblading.
mom let you.
She didn't. They didn't know where I was.
Classic Corey Nickerson story when we were teenagers.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Cool. Did they go all the way through?
No, I don't like this one. How about you?
Look at this. The whole like heart of it's all like burnt out, and it's still alive and thriving. Because this fire could have been 100 years ago. I mean, these are 2,000-year-old trees.
So the fire actually is what helps the trees grow. They need the fire and the forest fires that burn through this area every year. Seeds release with the fire. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love the feeling of sequoias. The bark is like spongy.
Isn't it neat?
It moves. It's like soft. It's so crazy. I love it.
There's Lily hiding. I knew it. They just don't look real.
They don't. They really look fake.
I
Which I think is another reason why it makes you feel like you're in a movie or in like some fantasy land. They don't look real.
You're trying to see a big rock? Screw you guys and your big trees. I got my big rock.
That's what Sequoia is all about. The rocks. Not the Sequoia.
There is no shortage of massive trees here.
Like makes you like dizzy.
It's just the thing about sequoias versus redwoods kind of taper just a little bit. These are just like bricks.
Yeah.
They're just
huge.
They're
all
just
the way up.
fat the whole way up.
So you were just kind of talking about the differences between the two. Redwoods and sequoias differ, and I'm going to read this because it'll be a lot easier. The difference between sequoias and redwoods is their habitat. Redwoods live near the coast while sequoias live in subalpine regions of California. Redwoods are the tallest trees in the world. Sequoias are the biggest if measured by circumference and volume. So weight and circumference, these are the biggest, but the redwoods are taller. The other difference is that sequoias usually live longer than redwoods.
Oh, really?
Redwoods are normally 500 to 700, even though there are a couple that are thousands of years old or 1,000 years old. But these guys are all like 1,000-year-old trees.
This whole time we haven't talked, and that one jet's going over right now.
A little while ago, a branch fell off of General Sherman, and it was 150 feet long and 7 feet wide. It's bigger than most trees that are east of the Mississippi, just the branch that
Just
fell
the branch. That is crazy. Everything's bigger out west.
Yep.
But we're going to do this right. We're going to do the proper comparison. We're going up the coast, and we're going to go to the redwoods next. Not next, but soon.
On our way up the coast.
I can't wait. Because we saw the redwoods quick, but we want to do, what is it, the fern trail? Anyways, we're going to see some redwoods.
Yeah.
You done looking at this big tree? Never. Yeah. Layla's the only one enjoying this.
Layla really does.
She's
takes
just
it all in.
You guys take your little silly photos. I'm just gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna walk through this little grove right here. Oh, this is awesome.
So neat.
How is there just so many of them right in this one spot?
I don't know. Yeah, like what makes them grow in a cluster like this? Is it just where like a ton of seeds dropped out of the cones?
Standing underneath the rows of trees, you can see where the ocean meets the sky. Under our clothes, the fire grows. We are ready for this life of running wild. We're running wild. Underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky.
Yeah, the mom's right below it. It's a brown. They're black bears, yeah, but that's a mama black bear. And there's 2 baby bears around it too. I kind of wish I had a longer lens. Oh my gosh. Are they playing? I'm filming. Mama's like, here. You think?
He thinks it's a flower.
It's like, where's the stinking pollen?
Oh, poor guy.
There's 3 bears behind us, and I'm filming a
bumblebee.
bumblebee. This day is really complete now.
Yeah.
Big trees, bears, big mountain views.
Oh my gosh.
It's incredible.
Beautiful sunrises that we did not miss. Doesn't get much better than this, guys.
Those bears are still back there. It's just, they're just playing. They're just doing their own thing. We're keeping our distance.
Yeah.
It's just cool to see these massive trees in this like just prehistoric forest and just watch these bears.
Oh my gosh. This is like such a good introduction too. We have been in the desert for months and we love the desert. The desert is beautiful, but after a little while you just feel like you're lacking a little green in your life.
Yeah, there's a lot of life in the desert if you look, but I want some very apparent life. More water, more green, and that's what we're after right now.
I think that's going to be like the theme of the season. We're looking for green and heading up through Oregon and Washington. We're going to get a lot of green.
You can see them through the trees still. You're not going to see them on this wide angle, but geez.
Oh my gosh. So fun.
Just such a good hike. Went on an off trail now, so I think we're on the High Sierra Trail.
I think so.
Something
That's
like
what
that.
People said. We just kind of deviated, so we're going to go back the way we came. Get back on Congress Trail, and then we're gonna take another scenic drive, I think. So Sequoia National Park and Kings Canyon National Park are separate, but they're run as one park. So they're all connected and you drive between Sequoia and Kings Canyon. It's called the Kings Canyon Scenic Byway. So that's what we're gonna go drive and kind of rest and maybe have some lunch.
Yeah, because I think we're going on, we've hiked, by the time we're back, it'll be like 7 or 8 miles.
Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good morning.
So scenic drive, some scenic vistas. It was awesome when they started playing with each other. The mom was like, "Oh,
Oh yeah?
oh yeah, you think you can take mama? Not so much."
Just sad and bold, the wind is cold, you must return to the wild. Just sad and bold, the wind is cold, you must return to the wild.
Goodness. Okay, apparently I'm on. So I personally prefer a bunch of medium-sized trees to one big one, but that's just my opinion.
If they're all together like this.
So that's
If they're all together,
that's the funny part though. She just referred to those ones as medium.
Right.
they're big. They're all
like
big.
20 feet across.
It's medium compared to the big one.
It's crazy. What do you call it? A stand or a grove or what do you call it?
Grove, I think.
Groves.
It would be a stand too.
I don't know.
I don't either. But I love it. And it's right on the
Yeah,
curve
walking
of
through those
Congress.
is really neat.
Take the detour. Always take the detour.
I think they carved that out. Oh, look at this medium-sized tree, Lily. It's got a good base, good solid base. That's not even a sequoia. Look how big this thing is.
Yeah.
What is that, a ponderosa pine? I just made that up, but maybe I didn't. I think this whole area is a grove. So that's a stand.
I think this is a forest.
No, Lily, we're in California.
I don't think you guys can do it without ducking.
I committed to it.
You were like,
I was ready to hit my head. All by her lonesome. Safe and sound. Can you recommend donuts post 6 mile hike? They're good for sunrise and just all day, basically.
all the time.
Lily and I discovered that donuts taste good at other times besides sunrise. Like right now.
What a revelation.
I want to see those
I
yuccas.
know, those were huge. Someone posted a picture, someone that we follow, saying that they knew it was spring in California because the yuccas are taller than you are. And I was like, what? We
Well,
saw them.
We saw them. I think we tried to film them, but it was like,
It was so dark.
it was so dark this morning when we
That
went through.
definitely looks like you're in Jurassic Park.
All
Those things are cool.
right, we have way too much footage already.
How are are you gonna edit all this, love?
We didn't just
I think
discover
the-
donuts are good
I think
at
the-
other times of the day.
I think the thin air is like really affecting our brains right now.
Yeah.
Me and Leo have just been going down the trails and laughing.
I need to drink some water. Okay, so we drove around Kings Canyon for a little bit.
It's beautiful, but it's literally just kind of like weaving through the woods.
Yeah.
So for
No, not really any overlooks or anything like
yeah,
that.
there's not a whole lot to see.
This is it. This is Kings Canyon Overlook. This is pretty much.
And this is before you
Overlook.
actually get over to Kings Canyon.
Yeah, this
So-
is just looking at Kings Canyon. We're not even in Kings Canyon yet.
Now, the point of Kings Canyon and the major like beauty of it is that it's the greatest piece of wilderness in the lower 48
yeah.
states. So that's why it's here, that's why it's stunning. The fact that there's even roads that can bring you out here is just absolutely incredible.
Read this quote right here.
I love this. This is by Wallace Stegner in 1960. We simply need that wild country available to us, even if we never do more than drive to its edge and look in, for it can be a means of reassuring ourselves of our sanity as creatures, a part of geography of hope.
That's pretty cool.
It's very neat. Very cool quote.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. The alarm went off at 4 this morning, so we're gonna check it out. Although I will say it is nice and cool up here.
It is. I think down by the RV it's like 90. So
It's 65 here.
we'll enjoy this.
Perfect.
So my quick takeaway for Kings Canyon, Sequoia National Parks,
Yep.
Moro Rock, and do a hike through the sequoias.
Absolutely. And that is very doable in a day, and you feel like you've experienced Sequoia. Like I am completely fulfilled in this experience right now.
All right, sign photo done.
Done and done.
Check. We've been here. I didn't see a good Kings Canyon.
There's no Kings Canyon one where we drove anyways.
Nothing
And
fancy
we
anyways.
Left and entered Kings Canyon twice, I think, so.
That's all right.
Even this drive, again, is like Yosemite and Glacier put together.
Yeah. This is the side of this national park you want to be on.
Yeah, definitely.
That's Moro Rock up there. So that's what we climbed for sunrise this morning. Climbed on stairs. We didn't.
Yes, we didn't scale it. There were no ropes involved. Those stairs are ridiculous though.
Sing it with me. Sing it with me. And we'll go howling at the moon. It's no use living if you're already dead. It's not worth saying if it's already said. Even if it all goes over your head, believe it if you want to. So keep your eyes on the road and your head in the stars. Follow it down the rabbit hole just a little while longer. You can change anything if you want to. Sing it like ooh. If you want to. Sing it like ooh.
And here are the yuccas. Look at those things. What? That's humongous. Honey, I think we're shrunken.
We are shrunk.
It's already said. Even if it all goes over your head, believe it if you want to. So keep your eyes on the road and your head in the stars. Follow it down the rabbit hole just a little while longer. You can change anything if you want to.
There's our campground.
If you want to. Said it's not worth living if you're already dead. It's not worth.
There's us. And our bucket's still there.
Yep, that one's still the bucket.
Our buckets are traffic cone because our steps are cut out in the middle of the deal.
Feels windier now than it did yesterday.
It's not as bad.
The breeze is nice. Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, so far season 6 has started out pretty good for us. I'm pretty pumped. We spent all day in the park yesterday. We planned on 2. We didn't conquer Sequoia, but we did what we like to do. So
absolutely, we got in an incredible scenic drive, which by the way is 198. It's called General's Highway, and the section we suggest is between 3 rivers and all the way into Sequoia. That was absolutely stunning, and that's a long trip, so totally doable.
Yeah, because there's not really many places to camp inside the national park, especially if you're bigger. So
it's a little bit of a drive, which again, we spent 10 hours in there yesterday. We got a hike in. We did sunrise with Moro Rock, which was absolutely
That's what
incredible.
you want to do if you're visiting a lot of national parks. You want to pick out the stuff that's unique to that park.
Exactly.
If you're on a time budget, and we felt like Moro Rock and just seeing a big tree hike was it. That's what
that was.
And I feel
made our day.
Excited. We were excited. Yesterday we were a little tired, so we didn't film too much after we got back, but it was a long day. We hiked about 8 miles.
Yep.
It was good. Really good.
That's kind of how we like to do things though. Like we really like to go in and get everything done because we're excited and we're ready to see things.
If you're excited for 8 miles of hiking, it's a good trip.
Day.
Yeah.
You're in a good spot.
There's more big trees and notable trees, but we didn't feel like we needed to see that. There was caves. There's caves here, but they're closed right now. That might have been neat to check out. So check out the caves if you're planning a trip here.
Exactly.
But right now, I think that's it for us here. We're gonna pack up and move out of here. We're heading back to the coast, so we're heading towards Big Sur.
See you soon.
I'm filming. That's great. Good job. Hold on.